All right, welcome back to another filming of Captain's Call. I'm Captain John Bushy.
I'm Master Chief Michael Wilkins.
And I'm Master Chief Joe Farney.
So why don't we get through some notes this week of what we have going on at NAF at SIGI. CMC, would you like to kick us off?
All right, I certainly would. Summer safety notice. A reminder to all pedestrians wearing portable headphones, earphones, cellular hands-free devices, iPods, and other listening devices while running, jogging, walking, bicycling, skating, or skateboarding on the roadways. It's prohibited. Don't do it.
You may have already heard changes are coming to our morale, welfare, and recreation restaurant services here on board NAF at Atsugi. We'll be realigning the restaurant operations so that we can balance the continuing quality of MWR food services you enjoy every day while adjusting to new budget constraints. If you enjoy our MWR food services, the good news is we're planning to continue them, but the trade-off is a slight reduction in the hours at some locations. For full details, our MWR department is partnering with our public affairs team to continue to communicate all the details of these changes across multiple communication platforms. Right now, you can get a sneak peek at these changes by going to the Facebook page for all the details.
No, I think that the new changes that are coming out are actually going to be a lot of fun. I know some people have been here when we had the previous restaurants open. So we're going to be offering a lot of new items that are going to be in these restaurants as they reopen in Trilogy, as well as we're scaling back, like CMC said, on the services that we had in ACC and in the golf course, because that's basically what the clientele has told us, that
Right.
they aren't interested in that thing, so we're realigning just to support that. But we're also realigning as the first step of DPRI as we begin the move of CVW5 and its fixed-wing assets over to Iwakuni. So these are some things that we'll have to go through as we begin that move and that transition. So other changes will come out. So what I would recommend to everybody, if you wish to use and keep our MWR programs, you need to sign in, you need to make sure you support them. Otherwise, we have to make business decisions, and some of those decisions might be hard or might be unpopular, but that's the reality of it. So, but more to come with that. But let's jump back into here. The Skywriter. Skywriter is in print. Our public affairs office is publishing a monthly magazine called Skywriter. Skywriter, I remember during my first 2 tours here, was a newspaper that was published. Now it's in digital form. It's also in printed format. The magazine is around the base at various locations that you can read about. You can see it at Branch Health Clinic, over at PSD, and multiple other locations around the base. This has been around since the 1950s. Like I said, it started as a newspaper. Now it's an e-zine. It's professionally produced, and it's one of the nicest looking publications that's out there. So definitely get your hands on it. The MAs who are filming us right now are the guys that put this together. They're award winners. They're doing an awesome job with this. But this is also all about our sailors, all about our community. This is where the information goes that's directly about you, that you can send home to mom and dad or to your loved ones. You can download it electronically on our Facebook page as well. So definitely a cool thing to take a look at, to see your name in print and to see pictures of what you and your organization are doing around the base.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Our mass communication specialist, they definitely do a great job here in making me look good.
That's tough to do.
I know.
So if they can do that, then they got to be absolutely spot on.
So back to the news.
So the Liberty Center needs your help. With the NAF Atsugi 4th of July celebration, they need 15 men and women to help set up, break down, and facilitate events during the base celebration. Now please contact Sanita Martin, one of my favorite people here at NAF Atsugi. She's available at 264-4750, and she will be able to provide you some more details. Volunteers will earn 7 volunteer service hours for their time. Volunteers will also receive an installation endorsed letter of appreciation following the event. So if you've had an opportunity to see my spot on volunteerism, this is just another opportunity to get out there and make a difference in your community, and that's the community that we live and serve in here at Atsugi.
And if it's anything like last year's event, I know that you're going to love the 4th of July party that we're going to put on. I do believe we're still doing fireworks this year, so come on out, enjoy that there. But It doesn't just happen. Please volunteer.
Yeah, MWR's got a full spread on this, so check out their website,
Right.
www.navylifeatsugi.com, and they'll have all the details there. But every single one of these that I've seen has been a class act that people from outside the base will actually camp out and watch from the outside because it's pretty cool.
All right. So we have a CSAT JSA meeting coming up on July 7th at 6 p.m. in Building 1289 on the 5th floor. That's in the designated meeting space for the JSA and CSAT. All sailors that are E5 and junior are invited to attend. They're going to be discussing Bonadori and the American festivals coming up in August. So again, it's an opportunity to get out and participate in the command.
Yep. So mandatory Mount Fuji safety climbing class is coming up. Attention to all the people that want to climb Fuji. This is a lot of fun despite what CMC says. I had a good time on it. I know you had a good time coming back down. To climb Mount Fuji with NAF at Tsugi MWR, you must first attend one of our safety briefings. And those briefings are held on June the 24th, July 15th, and August 12th. Again, June 24th, July 15th, and August 12th. Failure to attend one of these briefs means that you're disqualified from going. We need to make everybody aware of all the demands and requirements to go up and down the mountain, so you have to go to those safety briefings. To reserve your seat, please call the safety office, the MWR office, and that number is at 264-3770.
I'll say this, climbing Mount Fuji should not be the only workout you do that year.
It is a workout.
It is a workout.
It is a workout.
But getting that stick and climbing up there with friends and family, that's the camaraderie piece is what's fun.
It is. And for those interested in why I don't like it, just stop by and I'll be happy to talk to you one-on-one. But I highly encourage everybody to get out, explore Japan, and climb Fuji if you get the opportunity. And we have a Navy College update. Navy College testing, the Defense Language Proficiency Test, also known as DLPT, in the D-Lab, the Defense Language Aptitude Battery testing is available on the following dates: 10 July, 14 August, 4 September. That's 10 July, 14 August, and 4 September for the Defense Language Test. And the ACT is scheduled on the following dates: 9 July, 13 August, and 3 September. ACT again is 9 July, 13 August, and 3 September. And the seats are limited, so you have to call, schedule an appointment. That number is 264-3280. That's all the news we
I
have,
think
sir.
that's everything. How about if we take a quick break? We'll go through some slides that our our MCs have put together for us. Then we'll come back and get a chance to talk to Master Chief Farney for a little bit.
Extra, extra! MWR restaurant changes are happening. If you'd like a few more options on base, the Trilogy building is opening back up, bringing back Skyriders and Bombers, which are similar to Panera Bread and Chipotle, respectively. And the brand new sports bar and grill, themed and listed bar, First and 10. The ACC catering office and golf course restaurant will experience some changes, and you can find all the info on our website and Facebook page. So take note of the changes and get ready to enjoy tasty sandwiches, salads, coffee, fresh mix, and new menu items. Oh, and keep an eye out for a grand reopening celebration with opportunities for free food. Head to Ranger Park the evening of Friday, July 3, wearing anything glowy you can find. Bring your friends, kids, even furry four-legged buddies for a healthy dose of nighttime fun. Everyone will also receive a glow item, and the person with the most glow wins a prize. Start celebrating our nation's independence. Hopefully you don't get too sore after this fun run, because we want you at Tsugi Lanes on the 4th bowling the Independence Day specials. Okay, this one's popular, Captain's Cup Golf. So get your command team together ASAP and get that roster in by Friday, July 3. The coaches' meeting will be at the golf course the morning of Tuesday, July 7, and the clubs will start swinging Friday. It'll be a two-man scramble format. Call 264-3619 with questions. Now there's an app for this. Head to NavyLifeAtSugi.com and look to the right, or search Navy MWR Japan in your phone's app store. You can download and enjoy the new Atsugi app with easy-to-view movie times, dining specials, fitness classes, facility hours, and maps, as well as every single MWR event on base, and a directory that works like your own contact list. And of course, it's free. You can send us your feedback, too, using the Contact Us link at the bottom of the website's homepage.
And this week's special guest is Master Chief Farney, the Region CMC. So welcome aboard. It's nice to have you up here.
Cam, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
How long have you been at Region?
I've been at Region coming up on a year now. It's hard to believe, but I got there last August, direct from the Carrier Strike Group 5 staff.
Nice. So you're not new to Japan then?
No, sir, and very blessed to have been able to retour and stay here in Japan.
So before you went down the CMC track, you were a nuke back in the day, right?
Sir, I was a missile technician, not to put a too fine a point in the submarine community, and was blessed to be able to serve as the chief of the boat, and then
Great.
from there into the Command Master Chief community.
Outstanding. So what inspired you to go down the CMC community?
My very first chief of the boat, back on USS Henry M. Jackson in Deep Breath, 1990. He was the guy that I looked at when I walked on board the ship and said, man, I can do that, and I'd like to go do that. I didn't have any real aspirations beyond that, but I certainly knew that that was something that I wanted to do. And as my career progressed, everything kind of fell into place
Great,
to
great.
do that.
So what do you like the most about being a CMC?
The opportunity that I have to influence and to shape the things that eventually impact our sailors and their families. That is probably the most rewarding piece of it. And frankly, that includes my family. The opportunities that they've had in the AOR or in the jobs that I've been able to do in the Command Master Chief role have served my family well. They're very, very happy and very well taken care of.
Okay, great. So I hear we had MCPON down at Yokosuka this week.
Yes, sir, we sure did. I put McPon in a van this morning at 8:45 and sent him back to Narita, so he's going over to Korea today.
Okay. Did he have any message that you think that our residents here at Etsugi would like to hear?
Sir, McPon and perhaps more importantly, his spouse was here as well. She is the Navy's Ombudsman at Large, and we had a great opportunity to focus over the last 36 hours or so on family support programs. And the Ombudsman at Large and McPon had opportunities to sit down with Ombudsman, with command leadership spouses, with spouses at large during several different opportunities to kind of hear the opportunities, or more importantly, the challenges that we face here in the FDNF and the things that our families are struggling with. So for the Ombudsman at Large, she will get to take those things back directly to the CNO. And actually has probably easier access getting that stuff into the CNO's office than maybe McPon actual.
Sure.
But they both last night emphasized time and time again how proud they were of the servicemen and women out here, the things that they're doing, and the families that are supporting them and getting the job done. So very, very proud.
Great, great. Well, for your 30 seconds of fame, or however you'd like to take, is there anything you'd like to talk about with the NAF Etsugi audience?
Sir, I would. I'd like to take the opportunity. I am the Command Master Chief to Admiral Carter for all the U.S. Naval Forces in Japan and Navy region, which includes all of our installations. And in that position, I have an opportunity to go around to the RFAB 5 bases in Diego Garcia and spend time with the families and the service members. And I am proud of what I do in my role and responsibilities as Command Master Chief, but I'm proud of that primarily because of the people I get to serve with. The folks in this AOR are absolutely second to none. I've been doing this for 25 years. Been a Master Chief for a while and a Command Master Chief for multiple opportunities. And never, ever have I come across such fine people in this AOR. So I'm very thankful to have that opportunity.
Outstanding.
So.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming up. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, because we do appreciate your insight and your focus on our sailors and our families. I really appreciate that, and I think everybody at NAF Etsugi does. So you're always welcome. You're always welcome to come over to our exchange. I know you mentioned buying a new camera over there not too long ago.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No, thank you, because that feeds back to our community.
Yes, sir.
But no, it's always great to have you up here, so thank you very much.
Captain, I appreciate your leadership, sir, and the leadership of the Command Master Chief. So,
Great.
thank you.
Outstanding. So talking about some leadership, how about if we move into some tough areas, talk about a few concerns that we have today, and then Master Chief, if you could help us out after that with some BZs.
I'd love to, sir.
All
All right, so concerns for this week, sir. This particular patron tried to get a shuttle to Narita, and when he called up ITT, MWR said, sorry, we can't help you. In this particular case, they had about 10 days notice, and MWR just said, sorry, I can't help.
Right. So we have exactly 3 drivers that we have hired to do this job, and we take reservations as far out as 2 months prior. The thing with the drivers is they're under high demand. A lot of people are looking to utilize the drivers for everything from transportation to and from the airport to transportation to other venues. So with only 3 drivers, that means, like I said, high demand. So request, if you'd like to use the drivers in the future, please extend your window that you're looking at as far as trying to schedule them, because with only 3 and 10 days out, that's pretty tough.
Right, and I'd also like to add that $150, while that seems like a lot of money to get to Narita, it's not enough for us to hire another driver
Sure.
to take on additional driving responsibilities. So, we talked about it earlier today, some decisions have to be made based on money,
Right.
and this is one of them. We just can't afford to hire another driver or 2 or 3, because the sales volume wouldn't pay for the new drivers.
Right, because we have to pay for the driver's salary, for the vehicle, for the gasoline,
Right.
for the insurance on it. For 4 hours to 5 hours-ish, trying to drive up to Narita back and forth, it's not cost-effective to have another one
Right.
that might not be used, so. But
Right.
appreciate your comment, thank you.
All right, next one's for MWR again.
Okay?
It'd be nice if we could watch a movie under the stars.
It would be. So, we're going to do that. In fact, we have Movie Under the Stars coming out with our Great American Cookout. That's going to be on the 20th of June in Ranger Park, as well as then on the 4th of July, right before the fireworks. So that's going to happen at sunset in Alliance Park. So please come out and enjoy, I guess the next opportunity would be the 4th of July, since the 20th has already passed. But we do take advantage of doing those when we get the opportunity.
And we just, again, it's one of those things that we don't do every night. It's a lot of work to set the machine up, to get it to go, so we do them at special events.
Right, right.
Next one is the Navy Lodge. This particular patron isn't too happy that there are brand-new washing machines that are installed, but they look smaller than the old ones.
Well, so we looked at this a little bit, and we replaced our 10-year-old washers with new washers. Unfortunately, there is a cost that's associated with maintaining the washers and the contract to do that. The good news is, though, that the capacity of those new washers is the same as the old washers, so they might look smaller, but they actually hold the same amount.
Right.
They're more efficient than the old washers, because we're always worried about trying to be good stewards of our environment and make sure that we use less water and less electricity and all that. So yes, they are going to cost a little bit more because they are new and because of the service contract that goes on them. So I'm sorry that it went up a little bit, but again, this is kind of what we need to do to take care of the facilities that we have.
Right.
It does cost us a little bit to take care of these things, and the money just doesn't exist any other place.
All right, next one is the on-base appearance playground next to the dog park. It's got termites and large holes in the ground.
Yep, so actually with this one, thank you very much, because we did get a nice comment with a point of contact on this. So we contacted the POC, found out what their concerns were, where the problems were
Right.
over in this park, and we were able to at least schedule all of the corrective maintenance action. It hasn't all been fixed yet, but we have taken care of the termites. We're working on the holes right now.
Right.
But thank you for letting us know who you are, so we can get back to you and make sure that we see the same thing that you're looking at, so we can address your concerns. So thank you.
Those are always the best comments, when folks get to chime in, and the tenants on our base just get to help us out
Yep.
with seeing problems, identifying those
Right.
problems, and getting them fed
Yep.
back in so we can take care of it.
Exactly.
Well, and that's the big thing is, I can't fix it if I don't know it's broke.
Yeah.
And then, the feedback piece is very important, because most of the ICE comments come in are anonymous.
Right.
And there's no mechanism other than what we're doing right here, captain's call, to let people know that your concerns are being
Right.
addressed.
And the other thing with doing these online is a lot of times you don't get to the true root of the problem or see every issue that's out there in the same lens that the person who's concerned does. So
Right.
by being able to contact the person with the concern, we're able to really see what is going on and to address that concern and make sure that we truly
Right.
see what's happening. Because sometimes I'll walk by something and have no idea that there's an issue with it, where somebody who's worked on that for a couple of years knows that this needs to be tweaked or that needs to be fixed.
Right.
So thank you for the contact.
And the last one we have here is for PSD, and a request for some additional training for transfer clerks over at PSD.
So we forwarded this over to PSD, and they're going to take it for action, so thank you for that. The only thing that I would encourage is there was a lot of negativity in this, and if you can tell us exactly what happened and give us your point of contact, we can pull which clerk was working on what and make sure that that person has the training that they need. But without the point of contact, it kind of becomes a rant after a while. So honestly, we need the contact information, or we can't truly address your concern and make it better for other people.
And that actually leads into the one thing that I wanted to discuss here. You guys have heard me say this before. I don't mind if you tell me that something's messed up, because again, if I don't know, I can't fix it. But the thing that I really appreciated about this base appearance, and I'm going to go back to that because it's a great example of constructive feedback. It allows me to look at a problem, know what it is, rather than just tell me something is terrible. Just telling me that some service is terrible really doesn't help me fix the problem, because what's terrible about it? Because quite frankly, what I might feel is terrible, Captain might actually like, or another patron might actually like. And so I really cannot stress enough the need for constructive feedback and professionalism when you're giving us the ICE comments, because quite frankly, when you give us ICE comments and they're laced with profanity and you tell me how terrible I am, quite frankly, it's not constructive, and I throw that away. I don't do anything with it because it doesn't do me any good.
Unfortunately, we can't do anything with it because we don't really know what
Looking into the
it is.
details. Yes, sir.
Kind of reminds me of an old joke that runs around aviation once in a while, that somebody wrote up a maintenance action form that said something loose in cockpit, and the sign-off was something tightened in cockpit. We just don't know what was wrong. We don't know what was tightened. We hope that was the right thing. So
Yes, sir.
with that, how about if we break into some good stuff and talk about a few BZs? Master Chief, want to help us out with that?
Yes, sir, I will, and I appreciate the opportunity. It's always good to give fantastic feedback, and I will speak to the base cleanliness and appearance. As CNIC came through over the last couple of weeks, the efforts made here, Yokosuka, and all across region Japan really paid big dividends, and CNIC was impressed with what they saw. There are a lot of things that need to be repaired and fixed, but we'll get to those. But the things that your tenants could do, it was noted that they had done, and it was very positive. So, and with that, sir, just two comments over to new parent support. The first, very informative sessions. The staff was very accommodating and approachable as they did their training for new parent support. And the second, for new parent support, I was very glad to use the new parent service. Nara Sabrapur was very resourceful and equipped me with knowledge that I needed to sustain. I learned a lot from her and her personal experience as a mother. I'm grateful for her and this service. Thank you very much. So Nara, thank you so much for your efforts there. And then over to the ACC, a great big thank you to the staff and the chef at the ACC for always making Sunday brunch such a great experience every time. So.
Outstanding. All right, I do have one, actually two BZs I'd like to throw out there. This just in, breaking news. However you do that, I'm sorry, I don't speak that language very well, but I just got the outbrief from our NGNIS inspection team, and NGNIS just earned the Admiral Elmo R. Zumwalt, if I could speak today, award for accreditation and excellence. So congratulations to them. That's a very difficult award to get. There's 233 different things that they look at, from dust underneath the bed, on the rails that go across that hold the box frame up, to dust around the room, cleanliness of this, the accommodations of that, and the operations of different things in the room. So they just won this, and it's something that's very, very difficult to get. I believe we're the third in the region to get it, and we're the 7th out of 75 lodging facilities that they've looked at so far this year to achieve this award. So great job to them, and if you see the people over at NGNIS, please tell them thank you. The other BZ I'd like to throw out is to everybody on board. all of NAF at Sugi as well as our tenants. We went through the joint staff installation vulnerability assessment at the same time that we were preparing for Admiral Smith's visit for CNIC. And they look at our vulnerability assessment. They try to make sure that security is the way it needs to be on base. And they look at everything from fence lines to security to our computer systems, our networks for communications, everything. And everybody did a great job, and just minor hits on that. So thank you very much. That was something that I know a lot of people worked on, but it was also something that was happening in the background. And Atsugi put forward its best foot, and we did a great job with that. So BZ to everybody on that.
Absolutely. You know, what I think is even more important with the JASIVA is they didn't find anything new that we didn't already know about.
Right.
You know, that was probably the best thing, was all the vulnerabilities that are there we knew about, and we had mitigation strategy in place.
Yeah, exactly. Outstanding. All right, well, to wrap up this week, CMC, anything you'd like to throw out at the last?
Sir, I just, again, I appreciate what the team is doing up here. Very, very impressed with what I see every time I come to Atsugi, and I thank you for the facilities that you're providing up here.
Outstanding. CMC, anything?
Have a great weekend.
All right. Well, I don't have anything either, so thank you very much for the hard work you do, and I think we'll take a break, and we'll see you in about 2 weeks.